Hello everybody and welcome to another plugin tutorial video. This video will be about the fighters of the Movecraft plugin. Now I know you're thinking, fighters are cool, fighters are really small and insignificant. Well, not exactly. I've seen a video where two very unadvanced fighters with like one dispenser took down a whole one of these in like 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, but very close to that. That being said, you have to learn how to use them. So let me go over to the Silver Empire escort carrier, which you can buy for a bunch of money from Rome. Yes, from Rome. Let me just get some fuel. You can use coal blocks as fuel. I would not recommend it. Charcoal is the way to go. It's cheap, and yes, that's what you should use. So, when you get in a fighter, you do not have to be in the cockpit, although that is kind of cool. You look in the direction that you're going, and because fighters are fast, they will, you might not be able to see where you're going sometimes. Going down now, there is an easier way. If you left click, it'll say, whoops. What was that? Oh, I know it. I have a power tool set on the stick. Direct control mode, I am not moving. If I press W, the go forward key, like just on my thing, it's only going down because it's more than 50 blocks above the ground. It'll go forward or right or back. If you hold right click, it will go up, although it can't because it's at the max height. Which ship was I going for? The carrier over there. Yes, the carrier. So the way this works is that the fighter craft file has certain blocks in it. Those blocks are the only blocks that can become part of the craft. Stained clay is not one of those blocks. Which are you say if you're saying, oh, hold on, David, that makes no sense. It does make sense if you think about it, and nobody was probably saying that, but whatever. That allows you to attach the fighters to any airship. Airships do, obviously, from every ship here, airships can have the stained clay. So, what happens is that you park an airship here, fighter here, the airship registers that there's more blocks attached to it. Because these blocks can all be part of an airship, but these blocks cannot be part of a fighter. It's kind of like the circles and squares. The square and rectangle thing. You can have any number of rectangles, but not all of them will be squares. But if you have a square, it is definitely a rectangle. Yes. Now if you see aircraft carrier, boom, let's just move it forward a bit. And then let's go back up here. Private signs, make sure you place that sign, because I had to take away a bunch of stuff from here because otherwise it would merge with the fighters that are on here. And as you can see, this moved with it, and then if we want to get back in here, click, boom, going down the runway, going up, hitting that thing a bunch of times, so it's completely unnecessary. And the cool thing about this is you can park it on whatever ship that you want. It can't go up anymore because it's at the max height. But as long as there's a ship that has stained clay, you can attach it. So if we went over here to this light cruiser, and what is up with these controls today? I'm going like that. There we go. As long as you make sure it's not attached to any glass or any dispensers, that's what I was afraid of. You can attach it and it'll be fine. If it is attached to a glass or a dispenser or some other block that can become part of your craft, it will have that message that says, warning, there are blocks in your craft that may merge with the craft at those coordinates, which is super helpful. And other than that, that's basically the who's who of fighters. Let me just find a different fighter that has a few extra weapons on it. like the fighters from the Skull Squadron that are right here. Hey, it worked. Okay. Skull Squadrons. I cold block. Give it some more fuel. Like so. Okay. To get into these, this is the Typhoon, by the way. You have to put it down a block, then you can actually climb in and go down. These are cool because they have torpedoes as well as fire guns. So, normally what would happen is that thing would be armored, okay? It would have something that doesn't burn on it. And to take it down, you need to burn it. So you click these launch torpedo signs, which you might not actually be able to see very well, and they blow up the ship. They're kind of like mobile TNT. Then what you do is you click this that's attached to a comparator, and it will fire a ton of fireballs out of it, depending on how many you actually put into the ship. And these aren't burning because, of course, fire spread is off right now. But that's basically how it is. And fighters are really cool when they crash. It does not take very many blocks destroyed on a fighter to destroy it because it's a tiny fighter. It has these cool particle effects, and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, it explodes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's only for fighters. The big ones won't do very well if they explode all the time. Anyway, that's it for this plugin tutorial. It's not a plugin tutorial, it's just a tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe, join the server please. More people equals more fun for everyone. That rhymes.